sometimes when you record audio, you end up with some artifacts or things that you don't like. So it's always nice to take them into Audacity and clean them up a bit. So I'm going to show you how to do a couple things that I like to do. So I've recorded me giving the first part of the Lincoln address here using a pretty crappy microphone. And the first thing I want you to notice is that in this recording there is sound where I don't want there to be sound. This whole part here is supposed to be silent, but if you look at the waveform, you can see that there's little artifacts here. If I play through it and you listen closely, you'll hear a bit of the background noise. So I think it's like the refrigerator going in the background or the air conditioning blowing through the vents, that sort of thing. Just listen closely. Okay, so it's not that bad in this recording actually, but it is kind of a little bit bothersome, and there's a really nice way to get rid of it. So the way we get rid of it is by highlighting the section that just has noise in it, just the background noise. So we highlight that, and then we go to Effect, Noise Reduction, and then Get Noise Profile. So basically what you're doing is telling Audacity what the background noise looks like. And then once you have a background noise profile, you can click over here, and that highlights the whole thing, and then go to Effect, Noise Reduction, and I like to change this from 12 to 24. I think by default it's set to 12, but I change it to 24 just because I want it to be a little bit more aggressive, and I click OK, and you can see here that it has eliminated that background noise. So if I play through it, it's pretty much silent.
7 years ago.
All right. And then as I go through this, you can see that right here, I made a mistake when I was recording. So I started speaking in too loud of a voice, and I had the microphone sensitivity turned up too much. And so what you get is clipping in the sound. So I'll play through that so you can see what that sounds like.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war.
Okay, do you hear that where it sounds awful? So this whole section here is garbage. And so to get rid of it, I can highlight it, and I can either press backspace or delete, and that will get rid of that. And I'm also going to delete this in here. And just a couple of tips about recording. If you want to get good audio, the best way to do it is to have whatever your source of sound be very close to the microphone. And then on your microphone, you can turn down the gain or the sensitivity on the microphone so that you don't have that clipping problem. Another good thing to remember is if you can, try and avoid recording in a big echoey sounding room. You want to be in kind of a small room when you're recording. So anyway, now that I've got this isolated and the background noise is gone, the next thing I want to do is normalize the audio. So you can do that a couple ways, but I'm going to highlight everything and go to Effect, Normalize. And I think by default this is set to -1 decibels. I like to do -2. All right, so what that's going to do is it scans through, finds the loudest waveform, which is probably right here, and then it makes it so that there's 2 decibels between that sound and the part where it would be clipping. All right, and so now I've got my audio normalized, so I'm going to go to File, Export as MP3, and I'll just do Lincoln test.mp3, and it asks you about metadata, what kind of tags you want to edit. For that MP3, I'm just going to leave them blank. Click OK, and it has exported my MP3 file. And there you have a lovely MP3 file that you can include in videos or whatever you want. And it sounds nice and doesn't have any background sound in it. And that's pretty much 99% of what I use Audacity for, is getting rid of background noise and then normalizing. So hope you liked that tutorial, and good luck using Audacity in the future.